Okay, in terms of what we've done in Module 1, we've tried to incorporate all of the feedback that's come. So your landing page here in Module 1 is the same, but the big changes come in 1.1. So the first big change is that it will welcome between 1 and 12 crops now, should you need to use them. Remember that you don't have to. You can do 8, 6, or even 1. Now let's just play out if we do one crop. We're only interested in rice. The other big change is that it asks what type of crop it is. Obviously rice is seasonal. So as we come across and we talk about 2 seasons, the wet and dry, remembering we're just putting in junk data, um, it will ask us for the area that is under just that rice crop. So let's say 70% means that remaining area is 30%, and then 50%. And it will allow us to move on in that way. Same asking with our yield for wet and dry season. However, if we were to change that, and let's just say there's 3 crops: rice, sugarcane, and mango, it will ask for those crop types. So let's just do this. What will then happen is that instead of asking us for the extent in the wet and dry, because they are going across seasons, it will just ask at that annual rate. So let's just say sugarcane is at 10% and mango is at 5%. And then it will, because they're asking more than one crop, we need to know a little bit more about the other remaining crops there as well. Okay, so in that way, we're incorporating that idea that we need to know what kind of crop is there. Remembering also there's workshop notes on each page where you might want to put any discussion that's occurring in the workshop. So as we go on, again, sugarcane and mango, they're on an annual yield, or if it's a perennial, just an average across the region of what's a year. So if you only harvest on a biennial basis, then just divide that by 2. So we'll just come across, put in some numbers here. You can also go much higher with your yields now as well. It's not capped at 20 anymore. When we go into the economics, we can also now work on currencies. So let's say that we want to work in Kenyan shilling. What is the exchange rate? And then basically whenever we put in a dollar factor, we'll be putting it in that local currency, and it will automatically convert it to US dollars. I will change that US dollar per hectare to reflect the new currency. But basically, if you put in US dollars, then it won't ask for an exchange rate because it is a 1-to-1. All right, so let's just go with income. The other thing is that you can see that there is a definition here around gross income per ton of produce, including any byproduct. So it's not just the grain in this case, but it's also any byproducts that create economic value, like stover or otherwise. So as we go, we can progress here. There is also the gross margin. So we've got a definition here. The gross margin is the income from the product minus all the experienced costs and reflects the actual economic value to the farmer. So we'll put in just some numbers. And we go to results. So what we are then seeing is the acreage of the crops, the economic benefit in terms of gross margin, and the economic value. So that's what Module 1 looks like at the moment.